So we have stories displayed on the front and back page of the newspapers, so we have to take a look at them.
Here's the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Roland, is called the Ghanaian Times.
Yeah.
President assures Bono Ahafo
of
fair share of development.
You know, Daily Times.
No, it's not Daily Times. It's called the Ghanaian Times. 25,285 girls got pregnant in the eastern region. There was another paper that reported this story with this figure yesterday, but it's in the Ghanaian Times today. 3 CUC law students perished here. The mangled vehicle they were traveling in. This very, 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 very sad story that came out yesterday. 3 first-year student of the Central University College reading law died in an accident. Still don't know exactly what happened, but maybe the story in the paper would tell us. Nayele's mom goes to court to stop property seizure. Usually when there's a headline about someone, it's the person's picture that you find. But Nayele's mother is not on the front page, but Nayele herself. Back page of the Times, emergency sea defense for Keta Commander Sugar Factory ready this week. Let's start with the sea defense project. Back page of the Times, it says that an estimated 15-kilometer sea defense project for 4 communities along the beach of Keta, which are yet to be protected from the sea, is to be constructed under an emergency situation. So the decision is to swiftly respond to the plight of the residents of the communities of Fuvama, Jita, Agboladomi, and Strongway, who were forced from their homes after the areas were hit by tidal waves last Saturday. For those of us who come from this community, this area, if you like, the broader area, stories like these, we want to see the work on the ground before we start believing it. There have been so many promises, things that will happen that we don't see happen. So if they're saying this is what they will do, we want to see the action on the ground. A bit on the sugar factory, and it says reconstruction works on the Kobenda sugar factory will be completed this week. The factory expected to be inaugurated by the president is to produce 150,000 tons of sugar per year. Okay, so let's finally do the 3 CUC students who sadly lost their lives in that accident. And the story says that 3 people believed to be students of the law faculty of the Central University College at Pram died on the spot on Tuesday night when the vehicle in which they were traveling collided with a tipper truck loaded with sand. Police said the dead bodies yet to be identified had been deposited at the Tema General Hospital mortuary, while their driver, who sustained serious injuries, was in a critical condition at the same hospital. The Tema Regional Police Commander Chief Superintendent Odro Amenin told the Ghanaian Times yesterday that police received information at 8 p.m. on Tuesday about an accident involving a tipper truck GR9697X and a VW Passat Salon car ER22814 on the Tema Aplao Road, approximately 300 meters from the university's junction. There's a last paragraph that you can grab the paper and read. But finally, on Nayele's situation, the fact that her mother is going to court, the paper reports Madam Ekia Edubafo, mother of Nayele Ametafe, who is 8 years and 8 months imprisonment in the United Kingdom for drugs, is challenging the attempts by the state to confiscate 2 houses allegedly belonging to the convict. She has challenged both the Economic and Organized Crime Office and the Narcotics Control Board to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the said property belonged to Nayele. Meanwhile, another person is also claiming ownership of the second house. Interesting. We'll see how this one goes. Ola?
Okay, now we have front page of the Daily Guide has a story. Rollins blast Jifa Ativo. And we know he's a former transport minister, has been in the news over the last 3 days for things he said, I think, over the weekend. All right.
On Saturday?
Was it on Saturday or Sunday? He said a thing on Saturday.
I think so.
She said a thing on Saturday. All right, and a very tragic story about 3 Central University students, CUC students, killed in crash and apparently were lost students.
Okay, so the Times couldn't identify, but the Daily Guide has their identities.
Yes, the Daily Guide always goes to the extent to look at
Charlie.
this. Voter registration begins today. All of you who haven't registered before, please make sure you get to the registration centers and get yourself registered from today to the next 10 days. Good for you. Please do so. Government spies on Daily Guide. The spy vehicle in front of the offices of Daily. Okay, this is interesting.
A spy vehicle. So
Spy
somebody
vehicle.
is like.
It says the security details of Western Publications Limited, publishers of Daily Guide, were yesterday stunned by the appearance of a strange vehicle which came close to the main gate of the premises, sporting a satellite-like looking gadget mounted on its roof. Okay. Before the security details could pose questions as to the mission of the vehicle at around 10:11 a.m., it has sped up, similarly attracting the attention of passers-by as it made for the rear side of the premises, the gate hardly used. Most workers of the company have never been to that side of the premises. It was therefore amazing how the occupants of the vehicle were able to locate the place with such surgical precision.
But they bought a vehicle. Is a vehicle captured?
And apparently, it's a black colored vehicle with registration number GV 59-15.
That's a government registration number, like a state-registered vehicle.
I think they only fell short of saying it belonged to one of the security.
Oh, I mean, once it's GV.
Yeah, GV is a government vehicle. I mean, no.
But the DVLA can tell you which department is using it, correct?
Sure.
All right, let's do the Business and Financial Times. Roland, I left your uncle's paper for you to review.
Benefson.
So do that, and then I'll do the Business.
Okay, so we have the Daily Dispatch. Thousands of rejected ballots. New book actually explains why. You get a back page, and it's continuing from page 2. You get a revelation as to what it says, so you get to know what really it is about. Okay.
The Business and Financial Times, they've got a true live situation on the front page of the paper. Rent stretches workers' income. There's a graph here that tells, is this a graph or a map? That tells you the average 2-bedroom rents in Accra per month.
How much is it?
So others are paying, so Taifa, they're saying 400 Ghana cedis for a 2-bedroom house or apartments. In Achimota areas is around 700 Ghana cedis. Kwashiman is around 500 Ghana cedis.
2-bedroom?
Awoshi is like 400. Dakuman is 400. Dansuman is 900 Ghana cedis. When you come down to Asylum down close to us is 1,200 Ghana cedis.
2-bedroom?
2-bedroom per month.
Asylum down?
Osu is averagely
1,200.
Osu is 1,400 Ghana cedis. Abelenkwe is
2-bedroom.
Abelenkwe is 600. Roland. Abelenkwe is 600 Ghana cedis. And Jolo is 1,300 Ghana cedis. Spintex Road, you would get averagely 700 Ghana cedis.
Are they sure? Reggie Manuel.
Adenta is 500 Ghana cedis. No, this is average.
Average.
Yeah.
The average normal.
Medina is 500 Ghana cedis as well. And Roland's almighty East Legon is just like Osu, is 1,400 Ghana cedis.
Don't make people think that I live there.
So if you're planning on coming to live in Accra, the BNFT is telling you
beware
what the situation looks like, but this is just the average.
Beware.
So you might get it a
BNFT
lot more than
beware.
this. And this is only 2-bedroom, and usually for a price of this, we're talking about an apartment.
Beware. Beware.
Also on the
beware
front,
of.
no, they haven't said beware. They just also on the front page, cotton and abandoned white goods. So, I find this rent issue very interesting. You can read about it. Back page, comments appoint new general manager. World Bank raises 2016 oil price forecast, revises down agriculture price projections. So oil prices seen rising as oversupply diminish. And Kumasi City Mall project celebrates 1 million man-hours without accidents. Congratulations to them. That's it for the Business and Financial Times.
Beware.
Paper. Roland,
when we're kids, depends on where you grow up, and let's say you're in school, you have crush on a girl in school, you want to go and visit her, let's say on Friday, or
beware of dogs.
And you go, and on the gates they've written beware of dogs. And you imagine your house, you don't have gates, no wall, and you're going to visit your crush. And they written me up, and the dog is there.
No,
It's
but
fancy.
there was this other conception that usually the houses don't even have dogs. The beware of dogs is just the man telling the boys that I am around.
Messi get it before the born over to say,
Let me do the Business Finder newspaper. High taxes threatening aviation industry. Infrastructure to needs improvements. Bank charges up to 100%. Ooh, okay. 3.1 million US dollars SIF support for 4,000 farmers. Also another front page headline. But this one says that banks in the country have begun charging almost 100% increase in tariffs for maintenance of personal and corporate current accounts, as well as other charges. Really? I've got to call my bank and find out what charges they're putting on my accounts. But a lot more business stories in the Business Finder newspaper this morning. Roland, you've got another paper before
Well, I
we
have
wrap
two papers I want to quickly go through. Al-Haji newspaper says Hillary Clinton's health in doubt ahead of U.S. elections.
Really?
Yeah, I'm wondering how that becomes news in Ghana. What is news in Ghana, though, is this one. Rawlings and Konedu team up with Nana to unseat President Mahama. The story is not speculating, it's emphatic. All right?
Hey.
Nana and MPP prepare for war, anticipation of poor showing on polls. Up there we have corruption in the judiciary. Files vanish under strange circumstances at court's registry. And then, back page, have injuries robbed Kuja Samoa of another career-defining success. Yeah, players always get those terrible times, Michael Essien in question, etc. But he's won another Scudetto. He played a big part towards the end of the season, so he's won another Scudetto. That will be the third one for him. And with Juventus, that's huge. Even Stephen Appiah couldn't manage enough of that. So I would say that times change, I guess. Front page of the Today newspaper, police warn vigilante groups will treat them like terrorists. And PPP urges Ghanaians to register during limited BVR exercise. And JJ flays Ativo over tribal comments. And the cover price of the paper is changing. It's now 2.5 Ghana cedis. It's going to take effect from May 3. That will be on Tuesday, after the holiday. All right?
Roland, the Business Finder actually gives you some prizes. And so I'm curious. Let me share a little bit. It says that some banks which used to charge 5 Ghana cedis for maintenance of personal current accounts are now charging
Which banks are
15
those?
Ghana
Let me see whether
cedis
my
per
bank
month.
is in.
And those which used to charge 20 Ghana cedis for corporate current accounts are now charging for about 45 Ghana cedis per month.
But I know a bank. They started doing that a long time ago. For corporate accounts.
Yeah. All right, quickly before Benedict comes through with sports, let's check out what's making headlines.
Why many marriages are failing today? Next one.
Okay, so we start off. Tanzania president suspends head of telecoms regulator over revenue law. Charlie, this man, he's not slowing down.
What's his name? President
John
Magufuli.
Magufuli. Yeah, he suspended the head of the telecoms regulator on Tuesday, saying the watchdog failed to monitor the industry, resulting in the loss of
the last time, do you know what he
revenue.
did? He went to Rwanda by land. And then there was a newspaper publication that said it was complete waste of resources, that the fuel even he could have just taken flight. I think that he wanted to save cost. And when
Was it saving cost, or maybe he wanted to see what was
his
along
countryside?
the...
Yeah, I think that also would be good. Can we have, I think he's just a new maverick in the system.
Yeah, we thought he
great.
was going to slow down, but no, he isn't. Nigeria says preventing attacks by armed headsmen is a security priority. So what we are suffering here with the Fulani headsmen, they also have a similar situation in their country. Let's move on. Gomez, man 34 beheads son, commits suicide. This is another gory incident that happened here in Accra. Let's move on. You can click and read the
Next
details.
story, Gomez.
2015 economic growth slows marginally to some 3.9%. Also, police threatened to impose security detail on flag bearers. But what it is you remember, we also even engaged the police officers. They are giving the flag bearers and their running mates the opportunity to choose police officers from around the country, really, people that they feel they can rely on in terms of
they feel
providing
comfortable
around. Okay, and
Next.
they say nobody has come forward with any names, so they're giving them up to I think the 15th of May. If they don't, they will be forced to give them the security details.
And you know it's an election year.
Yeah.
Next allegation has come, Mamavi.
Ghana government constructs roads in Togo to entice them to register. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, you can read about this.
It's an election year. All right.
Now I have the tab, so maybe a few of your messages, but just before we make way for Benedict also. This one says, Mahavi and Roland, in fact, you guys are doing wonderful in Ghana's. Thank you very much. Jifa at Sivo. Okay, yours is on Jifa, and it's a little long, so I'll come back and share details of
Mama,
that.
as you look for messages, there's one we skipped. AMA announces ban on noise making effective May 3, and it's
May 2.
only May 2. It's not only AMA, also the Ghana Traditional Council. It's a prelude to what the Hamo will be like. Pupui, there will be pupuis, sprinkling of pupui.
Okay, so you can make all the noise that you want to make before May 2. This is from Araba Hansen, who is in Cape Coast. Says that we are looking lovely. Wish you the best of the day. We wish you same. Really?
I hope you're good, Araba.
Okay, this one says those officers who brutally torture the 16-year-old boy should be punished. Torture is only used as a last resort when an information is being demanded from a terrorist and the guy is not. This is uncalled for, and that's from Vince in Kumasi. Okay, this one says, oh, don't beg me, I'll read your message. And Nelson says, give me location to Dr. Oheneba Bwachi AJ, the complex spines. And fortunately for me, MFA Atiamo Eli, who did the story, is in the office. So I'm just going to give this tab to her like this. Give the location. It's coming right to you, Nelson. Just hang on. Benedict also is up next with sports. There was some Champions League yesterday. He's got all the details right here on the show. Stay with us.